Good morning.
Hey, Georgiana.
We're back.
And thank you to Georgiana's live video
What
today.
do you guys think? I think she did good.
Thank you.
Billy, we're actually using the same foundation, but different shades. What color did you use?
I used a medium, I can't even see, the soft medium.
Use a soft medium. I'm a medium. Look at that.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's awesome. This is like my color. Seriously, perfect color.
They did a good job matching the shades. I like that they have that gold and red hues so that you can get a variety. It's funny. I have to get a picture with Milagros and Janet because Milagros is a soft, I'm a medium, and my friend Janet is a medium deep. So it's like,
really? Oh, I love it. And look, and I use this as a blush. Is that allowed?
I love that as a blush. I
So-
use this blush too. I like the sparkle.
So that's allowed, right? Okay, good. See?
You can't ask me what's allowed because I break every single rule. I'm like, if I like it, I will try it for something else. I use my blush as a color corrector. I've used eyeliner as eyebrow pencil. There's no rules. If you like it, it works.
Well, you motivated me for sure.
I think you did good. Your eyes look gorgeous.
Thank you. And then lastly, I use the quad. This one is the mocha.
That was my color.
The cafe latte mocha.
That white shade, I love it for like right in here.
Yeah.
Make your eyes pop.
So see, I follow the color, the numbers. This is so easy though. I mean, I was like, okay, let me look at her, but I also
I cheat all the time. It's never the same twice.
Well, thank you.
I love that. Thank you for doing that. That's awesome because I think sometimes, like even for me, sometimes you watch people do it and you're like, oh my gosh, it's like so overwhelming. But you get in there, you try with it, you play with it. And I think like if you guys watch my videos, you guys will see, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing around. It's me.
Oh, stop. Okay, whatever. Not true.
You guys see the trial and error.
You really did great. So thank you. And what are we talking about today?
So we've got two great topics. Do you want to do announcements first, or maybe we'll start off with announcements, right?
Yes, that'll
get out of the way. So for those of you guys who are in New York City, come on out, Nomo Soho Hotel tomorrow, Friday, not Saturday, Friday. I cannot emphasize that much because everybody's like, oh yeah, every weekend. But this event is in New York City on a Friday. Nomo Soho Hotel, Lower Manhattan, like right between Chinatown and Little Italy. We have a free event. So come out, bring your friends, your family, your customers, your leads, your recruits, your teammates, invite everyone. It's free. Avon is doing giveaways and they're going to have some fun stuff for you guys. And if you can't even make it to New York, I still want to see you. Those of you who watch us here in the live streams, join. I'm going to be co-hosting the live stream with Avon. So keep an eye out for me. Say hi.
Yes, come say hi, take pictures with Georgiana. That's going to be so much fun. And also, guess what? Make sure that you don't forget, because I was thinking it was Saturday. It's usually on a Saturday, but this one is on a Friday. So make sure that you don't confuse your customers or your prospects, right? You can also bring your team, your prospects. Yes, it's a free event.
It's going to be fun.
So
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Say a little prayer for me so I don't get tongue-tied.
You are a pro. Oh, come on. You are just...
That's what I'm nervous about, though, because I feel like you might think you're comfortable with something, and then all of a sudden, okay, let me not jinx it, but I'm like, just say a pray for me anyway.
I pray for you. You know, when I don't know if it happens to you, but like at the beginning, I get a little nervous, but once I get into it, right, it's like...
I'm nervous until it's over.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, you're gonna be fine, okay? Congratulations, Georgiana. That is
Thank
such
you.
an amazing opportunity. That's
It's
great.
an honor to represent my hometown. It feels good.
Oh yeah. And who better than you? So tomorrow, at what time?
We're actually going to be there for a while. So from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So you can, come and go, pop in and out, stop by, head out, come back, 2 to 5.
5 p.m. That's nice. So it's starting at 2 p.m.
Yep.
Good.
Yes, but register now. Make sure you register now. It's live-ss.avon.com, I believe.
Yeah, especially if you're planning to go in person, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's great. So yeah, good morning, everyone. Hi, Sue, Candace, Tracy. Thank you for sharing, Sue. Yeah.
Thank you, Viola.
Thank you.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Am I? Great. So that was announcements. So we will see you guys all, whether it's virtual or in person, tomorrow. Well, the live stream is going to be at 3. So if you're joining for the live stream, it's 3. But if you're joining in person, it's from 2 to 5. But we're looking forward to seeing you guys there. Announcements. Now let's talk about some tips for shy reps. We've been getting a lot of you guys who are like, if I'm shy, how do I grow this business? Is this something that I can do? Millie, you were sharing some feedback that you were getting as well.
Yes. I have been hearing a lot about, it's really hard because I'm a shy person. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
Load up your phone, Millie. Like, I want those tips.
I am so sorry. Let me turn off my phone. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
That's okay.
I should have. Sorry, guys.
In the meantime, guys, I'm dropping the link to register for the live stream or the event.
Okay, hopefully it doesn't happen again. Where was I?
I'm calling Carlos. Who's blowing up your phone like that?
I have been getting a lot of sorry about that. I have been getting a lot of calls and not calls, messages, telling me, oh, I'm a shy representative. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's really hard for me to get out in the field. So, when I hear these things, I think about excuses. So the reason why I think it's an excuse, because for those of you who know me and who have watched my videos in the past, I am extremely shy. So when I said, okay, let's talk about being shy, what is it? I mean, what is it that we can tell these representatives who think that they, they're not able to run a successful Avon business just because they are not comfortable, talking to people and getting out there?
I'm also a shy person. You guys are. So if you are a shy person, don't feel bad. You're in good company. Both of us are shy reps and we're making it work. But I think that it's an unfortunate result of, I call it propaganda. You might feel like, everybody out there, they're outspoken and they're good in groups of people. And, they're not, those people don't look like me,
Mm-hmm.
And I think even watching TV, when you think about like the top salespeople, there's like a personality that they have that not everybody fits. And that's one of the reasons I like Avon, because everybody's story is so different and you get to find different people within the company. And I think the key thing is, what is it that you want? Because if you have something that you want badly enough that drives you, regardless of your personality, your skill set, your education, your age, your income, you can find a way to make it work. And I think if you focus on that more, then, I don't look like those people. I don't sound like those people. I don't talk or move like those people. I remember I talk with my hands. I'm from Brooklyn. It is what it is. It's what I remember there was someone who was like, "Why do you talk like that? You're so distracting." And I was like, "I'm from Brooklyn. This is how I talk. This is how I do what I'm trying to say to you. If I want it to come across, I use my hands." And I was frustrated because I tried to take my hands out of the picture, and I felt like, look at me now. I felt like I couldn't express myself the way I wanted to, but I was trying to be like someone else. And one day, a woman came and she was like, "You look so uncomfortable." I was like trying not to talk with my hands. And she was like, "But I love the way, like when I talk to her, I talk with my hands, I emote, I sign language, all of that." She's like, "But when you and I talk, you're so fluid and so comfortable." And I was like, you know what? Lesson learned. Be myself. I'll be more comfortable. I'll do what I'm doing better. I can focus and get my message across. And at the end of the day, I'm going to connect with people who connect with the way I communicate. And if you don't like that I talk with my hands, you can go find someone who doesn't talk with their hands.
People can definitely tell if you're not being you, especially if they had contact with you before. But even then, like if you're not being yourself, I mean, it shows because you don't sound sincere, you don't sound real.
You come across as fake.
Yes, that's a great tip. Well, for me, what I don't know if I should call this like prepping myself before I get out there. So, what works for me, like I stay in the car for 30 minutes and then I just, get into the mood of just getting out there, feeling comfortable with people. And then once I'm out there, like I'm totally, totally normal. I'm totally fine. But that wasn't always like that. One of the things that I had to do instead of approaching people, I did a lot of events. So I set up a lot of tables. People would come to me because if you're just getting started, let's be real. Even if you do all the prepping in the car, your words are not going to come out. So if you start just doing events where people come to you, where you put ads that people, want to be part of your ads instead of, approaching. But if you feel comfortable, if you're totally fine and you're not shy, which we're talking about shy representatives here, then by all means. But I just want everyone to know that just because you're a shy representative, that does not mean that you're not capable of running a successful Avon business.
Yeah, I feel like shyness is a personality trait. It's not a handicap. And I think that we need to accept that. Your skill set is going to be different from other people's. And if you focus on what you can do as opposed to what you can't do, you'll actually go further. Because like Milagros said, when you're first starting out, all of us are learning. But the key is to practice, because as you practice, you'll get better at it. I was never comfortable. I mean, you guys can go back and watch my first YouTube and Facebook lives. They weren't that great. And even those were further along in my journey with Avon. But the more you practice, the more you talk to people, the better you'll get. But if you're too afraid to practice, then you're not going to get that practice in. So the key is to find what your comfort zone is and start there. But to stretch towards getting out of your comfort zone little by little. So for those of you in the comments, if you're a shy rep, let us know. But also let us know, what is your initial comfort zone? Are you better at writing? I like to write. Before I was comfortable with public speaking, I wrote my blog. I would write Facebook posts. I would take pictures because that's something that I could do without putting myself out there and not having to be self-conscious about how people are reading me or seeing me or hearing me. So if I was, too shy to put myself, I could take pictures. It doesn't require any of me. I could write. Doesn't require, me to get out there. So what is it that you can do that's comfortable? Millie, what were some of the things that you did that were comfortable in the beginning?
Well, I try so many comfortable things. But one thing that made me, even if I was shy, one thing that made me feel comfortable was door to door. And that could be intimidating for a lot of people, but I felt really comfortable door to door, because I'm going to tell you why. There's a reason for it. So you knock on somebody else's door. It's just a two-way conversation. It's just you and that person. So if they say no, or they slam the door, or which none of that happened, people are usually nice. You're just dealing with that deep inside of you, and nobody else is around.
Nobody saw.
Yeah. Did anybody see that? So for me, door to door was good. I love that, the tables, set up a table outside of a business. I love that. I love doing events, recruiting events, which most of my events were recruiting events. And I did some sales. I brought some products with me, but not an extraordinary amount of products. It was just recruiting. But how about you?
For me, I was not comfortable talking to people at all. I laugh about it now, but I was terrified of speaking to people. I was not comfortable talking to people as, in high school, junior high. My family jokes about it now because they're like, now we can't shut you up about Avon. But in the beginning, it was hard for me to start a conversation, even with, people within my community. Like in my church, I was the soft-spoken one. People were always like, why are you whispering? Speak up. Nobody could hear you. And in the beginning, I saw a lot of people who were doing the events, doing the tables, and I wasn't comfortable at that level yet. So I did a lot of tossing. I would get up early in the morning when no one was out, order a couple of extra brochures, pick up from people I knew who had maybe extra brochures, and I would take them into the neighborhood, and I would leave them, put them in the clear what's new bag, and then I would leave them either on the doorknob or on the fence. And I would go through the neighborhood and I would hand those out. Then, as I started to get more comfortable, I would do what I call hit and runs. I would run into the laundromat, the beauty salon, the hair salon, and still too terrified to talk to anybody. I would take the stack of books and just kind of put them on a shelf and back out, hoping that nobody saw me. But as I started to get calls, Avon is that product that sells itself. People know it. I was talking this morning on my YouTube channel about how everybody knows Skin So Soft from a previous call that we did. And, when people start to call you, then, they're reaching out with what they want and they need. So it makes it easier for you to talk back to them, to help them get what they need. So that way I started to make friends with the people in the laundromats and the beauty salons, because then they would say, you're the person who's leaving the books here? I need to order something.
That is awesome. Yes, I did do a lot of book tossing and dropping off. But I also relied on other people like my husband to get my business out there. So that worked a lot. I even used to give him products like men fragrances so he can sell them for me. Like sometimes I would tell him, can you talk to that lady over there, give her a book and say that you're my husband?
That works. Like leveraging the people in your social circle that love you and will help you.
Yes. So he used to say, this is for you, in some kind of, my wife sells Avon, I help her. So he would, give out my information, and, while I was maybe not even looking, because so I went through a lot, but you know what? It doesn't mean, if you find a way to just get out there and get your name out there, you're going to become successful. That the thing is that you have to do something instead of doing nothing. So if you do something and you see that something is working, then, focus on that and then try something else new. And you'll get better, believe me, because I have gotten better. I was also shy doing videos. I was like petrified. So, and I think that's something that I do a little better now.
Yeah, it comes with practice. And, I'm thankful for being able to partner up hashtag Avon family. A lot of times, if there are other reps in your area, whether they're on your team or they're just a local rep, you can connect and partner with people to do events. In the beginning, I did a lot of events with other representatives. And find people that you're comfortable with. Don't partner up with the bullies. I did that in the beginning. I worked with a couple of bullies, and on the one hand, I learned how to fend for myself. But on the other hand, it was not a growing experience. But for the reps that I found who were nurturing, kind, sharing reps, I'm thankful for those reps that I found that I could go out with to do events with, because it gave me a chance to practice what I was saying. That's key. Practice your speech, practice talking to people, because a part of learning, and I actually posted an article on this on my personal Facebook page yesterday, but a part of learning is repeating something in different atmospheres. So start off, practice your speech in a mirror, write out your script, introducing yourself. Who are you? What do you do with Avon? What are your favorite products? Practice a couple of questions on how to ask the person a question for sales versus for leadership. For sales, it might be something like, hey, when's the last time you saw an Avon brochure? For leadership, it might be something like, could you use an extra income? Could you use an extra $500 a month? So practice what your question is going to be. Practice a couple so you just get comfortable with the words on your tongue. And then practice talking to people, maybe your husband or family member, a sister, or then move up to strangers, people in the supermarket, people in places that you normally go, your doctor, your hair salon person, people and then go to strangers. So gradually kind of test the waters and practice in different areas. And then before you know it, the words will just flow. But a part of that learning will be responding to what people tell you.
Yes, I love that. I love that. I was listening to Les Brown the other day. I love Les Brown. He's one of my biggest motivators that I follow. So he was talking about complimenting people. So I'm a complimenter. Like, I tell people, oh, I love that color. It looks so good on you. It's like you have such a beautiful smile. Whatever it is that I can look at a person truthfully, because you're not going to say something to someone that is not true. You're not going to tell someone, oh, I love your makeup, when the person is not wearing any makeup. So, things like that. You just gotta find something, that you can relate to that person and say it and compliment it. And that could be the opening of a relationship, conversation, an opportunity, just by saying hello, by being you, by being friendly. And I had to share this. I almost forgot where I applied this. And I went to a salad bar. We go to this supermarket, and then we get a salad. So the lady there, her name is Sandra. We always go to her. She's amazing. She is. So I told her, I said, oh, hi, Sandra. I haven't seen you in a while. Nobody makes a salad like Sandra. So, it's just something that made her feel really good. And you don't know how many people really need a compliment or just a smile, right? So that worked. And she just got happy. And I love to see that smile.
Yeah, you can take for granted how far a good morning, a hi, how you doing can go. And
Exactly.
when I used to coach my team in the field, I would always say to smile and keep a positive attitude regardless of what the other person says. We're here in New York. A lot of people are rushing. A lot of people are mean mugging. They've got their RBF on, going about their business. And sometimes you might ask a person a question and they might either ignore you or have a rough response. But I always, okay, thank you. Have a great day.
Yes.
And you've heard me say this a lot. Sometimes the person will stop and say, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What was it that you have? What are you giving away? And they'll turn back around. So also for yourself, keep yourself in a positive state. Sometimes I know I have to hype myself a lot before I go out, because it is sometimes it makes me nervous to talk to people. So I have to like play little games with myself. Like, okay, here we go. All right, we're going to go. 3, 2, 1. Talk to that person. Millie's been 30 minutes in the car. You might catch me doing one of these.
Yeah, just don't spend your 30 minutes saying, oh my God.
No, it's got to be positive things. Today's going to be a good day. I got this. I'm going to go for it. We're going to do this. This is going to be the day that I find my next superstar. Find whatever works for you that gets you hyped. I know I had a playlist. Andy Mineo, I had an album I would play. You Can't Stop Me was my jam. Before I go shooting, that was a song I had to play 2 or 3 times. But find what works.
Right. And even mentally, you can play a song and like, okay, this is me. But the point is to do something. If you have goals, if you have dreams, if you know what your future is going to look like, you already know that you have a hustle, hustle side thing going, and that's your Avon business, and that you need you need your business. I mean, who these days does not have a hustle gig, something that they're doing on the side? Everybody does. But
I'm Jamaican, so it's in my blood.
Yeah. So if you have it, why not, just do it for real?
Yeah, I say that all the time. Like, what is the point? I talk to people who are in other businesses as entrepreneurs, and their outlook on whether it's their side hustle or their part-time job, whatever it is that they're doing. That's side hustle.
Sorry, what?
No, it's all right. That's the word. But they approach it like, this is my thing. This is my baby. I'm gonna make this work. This is gonna be the thing that I do. And then sometimes, for some reason within our business, I don't know if it's because it's like there's a company that's in the background to support us, and we also look at it as there's a company in the background to blame, but we don't take our business as far as it could go for whatever reason. And if we can change that perspective, I think we can go as a whole, like as a company, as #AvonFam, we can go so much further, because I think we put our own limitations on it. And it's the same thing as, being a shy representative. It's really your own limitations that you've put on yourself. Shyness is not a crutch. It's not a bad thing. It's just something that you need to learn how to work with.
Yes, I love that. Learning to, how to work with that, because we're not perfect. You might be the most outgoing person, and I'm here and still not take advantage of that gift.
Yeah.
A gift. But
yes.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. The thing is, you have to find a way. If you see that something is working and something that you can do, write down the things that you feel comfortable doing, and then start with those things.
Yes.
And you're going to find that even if you find just one thing that you can do to move your business ahead, your sidekick,
gig.
No, side hustle.
Yes, that's another one. I mean, I guess sidekick could work. If you treat your business as a okay.
Side gig, side hustle. Come on, just one thing. That one thing that you said, okay, this is the only thing I can do, but it's only one thing. Just that one thing is better than nothing.
Yeah, so, you can perfect that one thing, yes. And that's what companies excel at. McDonald's perfected the production line. There were restaurants before McDonald's. There were fast food places other than McDonald's, but McDonald's perfected that. This burger in New York is going to taste the same as this burger in California and China. That was their thing. Starbucks, there were coffee shops before Starbucks. Come on. It was 10 cents. Like, you watch those old shows and they have coffee, 5 cents, 10 cents. There's no big deal about coffee. Starbucks came around and said, we are going to perfect this coffee shop mojo, and we're going to charge you $6 per cup. They
Oh
perfected
my God. And you, how many people go to Starbucks? How many people, I mean, I'm impressed with a business that has a system. I am a person myself that I like to work with a system.
Yeah.
So, what is a system to you? To me, a system is following a calendar. To me, a system is knowing exactly what I'm going to do that day. And in order for you to create a system, you have to start by, scheduling it and being consistent and knowing that that's the system that you want to create and go for it and be consistent. And you're going to get out of bed knowing exactly what you're going to do. You're going to get up. You're going to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be here from here to here, from this time to this time. And that's the system that I like to have. I like to know that I have a business that I'm running consistently and that is up to me to make it work, not everybody else to tell me what I need to do or how to do it. Right? So how about you, Georgiana?
Yeah, I am. It's funny because even as we're talking, we're both shy people, but we have similar methods that work for us, and we have different methods. Like even the calendaring, I know your calendar system, you plan and I plan, but we both plan differently.
Yes.
And I love that. And I think that you guys who are watching, take the stuff that we're saying and apply it to yourself. But like Milagros said, it takes a while of practicing something to make a system. I have been perfecting my calendar planning system for years because as my life changes, my calendar and my planner change with it. The method is the same. I mean, the actual calendar is different, but the method is the same, So again, find what works for you, start from there and build consistency with it. But there really isn't any reason why we all together can't be moving forward. We shouldn't be stagnating. And that's the most important hurdle to overcome.
Yes. So I'm going to do a call out for all you shy people out there. Starting today, I would love for you all to share what would be the one thing that you find out of the list of many of getting out and, finding customers, finding new recruits. What would be one thing that you're going to say, okay, I can do this and I'm going to be consistent. And even though I'm going to start with one thing, I'm going to do it every day consistently. And I'm going to move my business forward. I'm going to set my goal for how many customers I want, for how many recruits I want, how many team members I'm going to have in my organization. So we want to hear it. We want to hear from you. What would be that thing? Yes. Like, da-na-na-na.
Right. Yeah, that's a really great call to action. I love that. And I can't wait to hear what you guys share because your tips, they're not only going to hold you accountable, but they're going to inspire someone else because they might, somebody might be watching and saying, I didn't realize that's something that I can do. I'm comfortable with that.
Right. I know. And I'm willing to just, get some feedback from all of you. And that's just going to help everyone to know that, everybody has a different style. Everybody has a different way of running the business. So one thing that you can, just one that you're willing to do from this point on that makes you comfortable, but you're going to say, I'm going to do this consistently because I can do it, because this I can do with my eyes closed. Well, maybe not with your eyes closed, but
almost perfect.
So that'll be good.
You guys have got some homework. So yeah. So that's it for us. We hope that you guys find this helpful, that you guys got some tips out of this. We shared a lot of ideas for stuff that we do and stuff that we've done. We showed you guys, how we started from the bottom. Now we're here. Candace shares. Thank you, Candace, for being brave and being the first one to share. Candace says she will try to get one order per week. Awesome.
I love it.
Is that one order or one new order?
One new customer or
One order. Because one order per week means 2 orders per campaign. So is it one new order on top of your existing customers, or is it just one order? I'm only asking to clarify.
That's a great yes, that is a great point. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, and just think about activities instead of just like, for example, I love that you're saying that you want to get one additional order per week. But what are you going to do? What are you willing? That's what we want to hear. What are you going to do to get that one new order? See, she clarified. That's great.
Per customer. That's a difference. That makes a difference.
That makes a lot of difference. Yeah. So share with me, what are you going to do, Candace? Are you going to do more live videos? Are you going to be more consistent with some of the things that you're doing? Are you going to focus on live? Are you going to focus on following up or ads? What is it that you're going to do in order for you to get one new customer order per customer a week? So that's great. That's inspiring.
Yes. All right, guys. So we will. Well, next week is a new month. So we will see you next month. And we will, of course, have more tips to share. But we're looking forward to hearing you guys share some of your tips as well. Thank you guys all for watching and sharing.
Thank you. Good job, everyone.
Yeah. Bye. Bye.